Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Maze Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Zach Epstein and Mickey Bouchon.
Welcome, Round Rock ISD football fans, to another great matchup tonight, another district matchup between Cedar Ridge and the Vista Ridge Rangers. It's going to be a good one. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Coach Mickey Bouchon. Coach, how are you doing tonight?
Things are great, Zach. Glad to be here. Got a big game for the district race. See how things shake up at the end, because one of these guys is going to be really, really happy, and one of these teams is going to be in a pinch after this game tonight, Zach.
Absolutely. Both teams coming in with a good district record that has lined them up in a spot for playoffs right as it stands today. We have Cedar Ridge Raiders coming in at 3-4 on the season, but 3-2 in district, been able to rattle off some great wins. One of those wins we got to talk about and broadcast 2 weeks ago against Round Rock right
Game
on
of the
this
year?
field.
What do you think? Game of the year so far, or biggest upset of the year maybe?
Absolutely. It was a great matchup between Cedar Ridge and Round Rock. Cedar Ridge ultimately came through with a victory to seal it off at the very end. We're going to get you some more football here, folks, but before we do that, we need to listen to a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today. Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard, Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme: Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Super excited to bring you guys this one today. Again, this is Round Rock ISC Football presented by iHSFAN. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the webcast tonight. There's also another game going on at the same time. Please join that. That one's going on at Kelly Reeves Stadium. Coach, district's shaping up to be a bit interesting. You know, we have our two culprits that we'd expect to be at the top, Vandergrift and Round Rock. But then Cedar Ridge and Vista Ridge have kind of let it be an open district at this point. A lot of teams, you know, coming in 2 wins with, you know, a couple 3 losses. We have, you know, a couple surprises down at the bottom of the list there. Stony Point, Manor, and Westwood all with 1 win in district. So it's obviously a tough district this year. But, Coach, what you know, we're about to get to the national anthem, so we're about to quiet down for a second. But when we get back, we'll make sure to kind of get in some insight on the district matchups tonight and also this game today. But we'll be right back. Going to watch the national anthem. National anthem is over, folks. We are getting geared up for some football tonight. And Coach Bouchong, it is a beautiful night tonight. Had that cold front move through the area, dropped us down from 98 to, what is it now, 79 degrees close to kickoff. Couldn't ask for much better weather today, Coach. But as I was just talking about the district standings, you know, anything pop out to you? Anything surprise you already? Or is this kind of what you expected to start off this year?
Really didn't expect the race to look like this at this juncture. You and I talked about it at the beginning of the year. We wouldn't be surprised at seeing Stony Point near the top with all the sophomores that were really good last year for them. And they've just had some tough breaks and some things not go their way this year. And that's tough on them with where they sit right now, but they still have a chance to come back. I don't think they're out of it by any stretch. But right now, 2 of the teams with the biggest influence on the district race are playing each other right here tonight.
Absolutely, and you know, those only 4 teams end up going to playoffs out of each district, and this district has 9 total teams, so more than half the district will not make playoffs with those, you know, there with those numbers there. And looking at the district games that Vista Ridge has played, they lost to Round Rock 33-7. They beat Stony Point by a field goal, last-second comeback field goal, and Vandergrift last week took the L there again, 38-7. That was obviously a great game by Vandergrift, but took home a W against McNeil last week, pushing McNeil to 2-5 overall and 2-3 in district.
And didn't they look great early on, Zach?
And they looked fantastic. And you know, McNeil's one of those teams that again is a bit surprising to see them down closer to the bottom of the list there.
And they can definitely make a run right now. They just haven't quite got to it yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if they roll them out and it shakes up a little bit here before in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, only got a couple more games left, 4 for Vista Ridge and I think 3 left for Cedar Ridge. And it looks like we just got the coin toss here. Cedar Ridge will defer. and Vista Ridge will receive the football to start off. Looking at Cedar Ridge's schedule in district, they lost a really high-scoring game, that first district game against Hutto, 63-56. We know this team can score. They won 35-24 against Westwood, took home a fantastic victory against Round Rock to make it 21-20 that game, beat Stony Point in another close game, 24-21, and just last week, again, kind of got rolled over by Vandegrift, who is proving to be the top team in this district and maybe even the state.
Is anyone not going to get rolled up by Vandegrift this year, Zach? It seems like at the very beginning of the year, everyone's saying Round Rock, Vandegrift. Vandegrift's one of the top in the state, and sure enough, this time of year, they get on a roll. They look like a top 10 contender.
Every year it seems like they always are just reloading out there in Vandegrift area. But some other district games tonight, again, Round Rock versus Westwood is going on at the Palace over there. We have Vandegrift versus Manor and Stony Point versus Hutto out in Hutto. So a couple long games tonight, but all the district is actually active, which is a first for the year for that we've been able to cover. So we'll be bringing you guys scores and updates as the game comes on. We're getting closer to kickoff here, everybody. And, some keys for the Cedar Ridge Raiders against the Rangers tonight, Coach.
Can they be as physical as they have been every time we've seen them? That's the big question, because they will run around and slap the hair off you if you stand around too much.
Absolutely. We saw their defense just absolutely put it together towards the end of the game against Round Rock to seal that victory off. Here comes the kick. It is a deep, booming kick that is going to go in the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll see that Cedar Ridge defense first. And this is the Battle of the Ridges, so please take that into consideration. We have the Raiders versus the Rangers. It's going to be a mouthful tonight, so if we mess it up, don't get mad at us. But the Rangers,
I can see that happen in a time or two. We've already done that up here before we've gotten started, so we're going to do our best not to. But these boys from Cedar Ridge, I think they're going to be ready to show up tonight.
Absolutely, and a couple impact players over there on the defensive side. Jalen Hamilton, who played linebacker, the junior, came off the edge quite a bit and got some key sacks in that win against Round Rock, and as well as Powers Wallace, linebacker, sophomore there. So Vista Ridge comes out in pistol formation, handoff up the middle, goes for not much, just back to the line of scrimmage, and in on the play was David Krause, the linebacker for Cedar Ridge.
Krause, he's been an impact player most games this year, and I think he likes it when teams want to go too tight, bring some slot players inside, and bring an H back and run right downhill.
See, 3 down linemen look here for the Raiders. Fake handoff here. Pass over the middle. That's a hitch route. It's dropped, but looked like it was going to be complete there. The hit jarred it loose. It will be 3rd down and 10 from the 25-yard line of the Rangers.
Yeah, that was a good route, good ball, got it out on time, just couldn't make the play. He wishes he had that one back, I'm pretty certain.
Absolutely. Homecoming night for Cedar Ridge tonight, folks, so we'll be able to broadcast some of those traditions during the halftime broadcast. But here we go. It is a rollout smash here. Design QB run that goes for about 4 yards, will be stopped out of bounds. And the Cedar Ridge Raiders get off the field in their purple jerseys tonight, Coach.
First series, defense came out and did what we kind of expect they were going to do. Very physical up front. They can run with their secondary kids. It's going to be a tough night for Vista Ridge, I do believe.
Absolutely. Vista Ridge has been able to score this year, beating Stony Point 38 with 38 points and, scoring 30 points against McNeil, but they've also had tough games against the top 2 teams in district. And that's going to be a short punt here, folks. Ball will be right at the 43-yard line of the Raiders. So get our first look at the Raiders offense here tonight. Coach, some impact players on this side of the ball. Number 0, Brooks. He plays the Y out there. He's definitely good. We have a new quarterback in, Jack Pippin, taking over the reins here from our last game that we got to call. So he led the winning drive to beat Round Rock, and now he's heading out there for his first drive of the night.
Okay, they're going to come out with an H-back, tight end set.
And 2 receivers to each side. Handoff to Devonish, who's shown how explosive he can be all year, but gets gobbled up in the backfield. That would be a loss of about 2 yards to start off the game plan here for the Raiders.
Well, seeing this red and white reminds me of growing up. Could be the old Baker Broncos or WB Ray Fighting Texans out there playing defense, flying around like Joe Monroe or David Villarreal, something like that.
Absolutely. Coach played on this field back in the day. Also got to play on this field in my time at McNeil High School. Here we go. And that's going to be a swing out pass to Devonish, who makes a play and ends up getting back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a bit more here, and will create a 3rd down and 10. So Pippin and the offense will have to take on a 3rd down and 10 here. Similar situation to what we just saw with the Vista Ridge Rangers on offense.
They're not quite as big up front, but they're running around pretty well. We're going to have to see what they can do as far as when Devonish gets out in the open space, because he's been a handful for a lot of teams this year.
Absolutely. A lot of teams running behind that big offensive line for the Raiders. Here we come out in twins to the top. We have the tight end down at the bottom of the screen here blocking. And that's going to be a quick out pass there intended for Audric Williams, the sophomore. Ends up hitting the turf harmlessly. Would have not been enough for a 1st down. So we'll see the punt team.
2 quick series right here. Not so sure it's going to be that kind of a night, but if I was going to take a guess from the Cedar Ridge defensively, it might need to be that kind of night for Vista Ridge as well, because Cedar Ridge's defense has answered the bell every single night.
Absolutely. And back to kick here for back to punt here for the Raiders is Jaden Lambert, number 12, gets the punt. And that's a nice kick here. Spiral kick down to, gets fielded, muffed. It's muffed, and that's hopped on by Cedar Ridge at the 8-yard line. A crazy punt that ended up being a little bit too hot to hand for Vista Ridge. Falls on by a Cedar Ridge Raider, and this puts him in fantastic field position. Ball will be spotted right at the 10-yard line.
Zach, I hate saying it, but that's just a bad decision, trying to field that thing, rolling around like that. It's got to be a Peter, get away from that, and let's just get the ball back and start wherever we can.
Absolutely, and you know, being where he was on the field, it could have even rolled back into the back of the end zone. Will be a nice situation here for Pippin and Devonish in this offense as they get a second chance at it in great field position.
Can't ask for much better than this.
Pippin drops back to pass, has time in the pocket, delivers a ball over the middle. It's going to be just a little bit outside, intended for I believe that's Rogelio Amaro, and he was one of those unsung heroes from when we saw a Round Rock game.
Unsung, as well as we didn't have his name on the roster at the time either.
Absolutely.
We had to do some research and got some help from the eyes in the press box. But yes, he was a big part of that Round Rock win.
And that ball by Pippin gets muffed, but he's able to make a little play with it. Has some room on the outside, but gets driven into the back. So a muffed snap there, a little bit of shakiness from this offense early, and they're faced with a 3rd and goal from their own 13, or from the Rangers' 13-yard line.
Well, from what I've heard, the defense at Vista Ridge has been either really hot or really cold. They've either played lights out or struggled mightily. So right now they're looking pretty sharp out there, Zach.
Yeah, absolutely. In their last game against McNeil, only held that great offense to 8 points. So, you know, they definitely can play some great defense here. Tight formation, motion. Pippin takes the snap, and this is going to be a false start. Back up the offense a little bit more.
Once again, not beating a dead horse, but those pre-snap penalties are just absolutely things that kill your mojo.
Absolutely, especially in the red zone here. You know, at goal to goal, and they're almost at your 20-yard line in a 3rd down situation. So this is not ideal if you are the Cedar Ridge Raiders and wanted the ball at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. So we'll see what they can do here. Maybe get a chunk play here and just get a little closer to the field goal. But you know, at this point, they might be thinking 4-down territory.
Yeah, you're too close to punt it, so they have 2 downs to get there, whether they're gonna go for it or kick a field goal.
Motion here. Play action.
And no one's out there.
and that's a good chunk play. Ends up being pushed out of bounds right at the 6-yard line, so it will be 4th and goal. Decision time here for the Raiders.
Nobody out in the flats right there. They had to react pretty well. That was a good job of making it up with their safety, but here they come. They're bringing them off the bench, and let's see if they can kick one up and through right here to get on the board to start this thing.
Yeah, Cooper Togus, the kicker here for the Raiders. We'll have pretty much a chip shot here, not much farther than a normal extra point, but it is 4th down and 6, or 4th and goal here from the 6-yard line.
Not as much pressure as that extra point in that Round Rock game, huh, Zach?
Absolutely not. And he drills it right through the uprights and will give us our first score of the game off a turnover. And Cedar Ridge is up 3-0 here at Round Rock Dragon Stadium. A word from our title sponsor here, AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinox, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to the team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNation Chevrolet, WestAustin.com, then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. And, Coach, that was a short drive, about 4 yards on the play, but ends up with some points on the board. Not much more you can ask for. Maybe a touchdown, but you get into points nonetheless.
Well, the defense did it for them. We said it's going to continue to be a defensively dominated game for them. They did their job. They got the ball. They came up with a turnover on the muff punt, and then the offense had to get a field goal, which might hurt them in the long run, but right now it gets the momentum going their way.
Absolutely. And here comes the kick. This is another beauty. Will be fielded and muffed on the 1-yard line, but picked up. He's got some room to work here. Ends up bringing it up to about the 22-yard line for the Rangers, and so we'll be able to see the Raiders' defense one more time here. It looks like a late flag on the play.
Looks like we're going to have a personal foul right here on the old Purple Raiders.
Yes.
That would be my guess.
Looked like a lot of emotions there real quick, and then you see all the Rangers pointing fingers to throw the flag.
More importantly, I see one coach walking off the field with one of the players for Cedar Ridge, and I think he was getting a tongue lash in there. I don't think that needs to be on the set right now.
Oh, yeah. Definitely can't be having those mistakes. As we get closer to playoffs, as we get closer to the end of the season for the most part, these mental mistakes, these mental penalties are going to come up to play. And,
no doubt.
Beginning of the year, you kind of expect it, but once you get kind of to the midpoint of the year, these things have got to stop.
This is kind of like recreation stuff back in the day. Caulk against the Casa Linda Bandits back in Corpus when I was a kid, Zacharoon. We would have all kinds of stuff and all kinds of competitions going on.
Well, they're moving this ball up quite a bit here, folks. This is going to be placed. They're still not stopping. Right at the 50 or the 49-yard line of the Raiders. So wait.
Okay, there's a little confusion right there.
Yeah.
The White Hats coming in and
bringing them back,
telling them change it up. Okay.
So the 39-yard line of the Rangers. So does not go flip the field and was not a 40-yard penalty, but will be added to the return there. So about a 15-yard penalty there, personal foul. Will be first down from the 38-yard line of the Rangers. So they started off with pretty good field position after the penalty.
Well, are the outside linebackers going to dominate action again tonight?
That is a question. Here we go. Handoff. Run that goes nowhere. And they were right there to make that tackle. Great play on the outside there. Again, that's those outside linebackers you're talking about. And on the action was Harley Mendez, defensive line as well.
I tell you, everyone talked about, if you remember, everyone talked about Round Rock's defense, and these guys were every bit as good.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 9. Motion here. Be a quick throw to the outside motion man, and that will be stopped for about a 6-yard gain. Tackle made by Matthew Newton in space. So he was out on island all by himself and comes away with a great tackle, but not before Vista Ridge gets third down and about 2 to go.
It's a good chance for them to move the chains right here. They haven't been able to do it yet, and this would be a good opportunity for them. Big chance for the Raiders to get a stop.
In jumbo formation here, tight formation, going to be a handoff up the middle. A little bit of movement there. Let's see where they spot him. Looks like they're going to give him a – see where they spot. Yep, they're giving him the first down.
Yep.
So he did get just enough for that first down. Looked like it was about to be short, but the ball did end up going a little bit further. And Vistarid's going to go quick here. Getting to the line quickly. Handoff again up the middle. That's got some room to work.
Same play, other side. They saw something that they liked right there, Zach.
Yeah, Matthew Newton in on the play there for the Raiders as they will face a 2nd down and 5 here coming up on the opposite side of the field now at the 47-yard line of the Raiders.
They have seemed to pick up the pace offensively. Maybe their coaches, like a bunch of guys, once we get a first down, then we can pick it up a little bit.
Get it rolling a little bit and now keep going. And just a simple swing pass out there. And, it seems like Vistarid is trying to get the ball away quickly.
Got a flag down, Zach.
And I see the flag is down, but it seems just like Vistarid trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly must know that this defensive rush is going to get there.
Well, they've been a handful every time we've seen them, so that's probably a good idea for their offensive coordinator to try and get the ball out of their quarterback's hands quickly.
And that will be enough for a first down. Calling the play was offsides, and it will push them into even further Raider territory here. Ball be spotted at the 42-yard line. First down, Rangers. Got about 5 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first quarter here. Beautiful night tonight, folks. Great weather this weekend. Really great for some football. Trips to the top side of your screen here. Motion, man. Another motion comes. And that's a fake jet sweep counter up the middle, and that will go for about a 11, 12-yard gain there. So Vista Ridge is moving the football here, running the ball well.
We always called that fakey, to where we would fake the jet sweep and run, whether it was midline or inside zone, off of it.
Good play call there, opens it up, and now it will be a first down from the 30-yard line. Another quick pass out in space there, sheds a tackler, but gets brought down right around the line of scrimmage there. In on the action was David Crank, as well as Matthew McMillan. So 2nd down and about 9 here, Coach. In good territory. Vista Ridge just moving the football. First time we've seen the offense really do anything on either side of the ball tonight.
Really, this is the only drive we've had so far. We'll see how the defensive side of the ball can bow their neck and get a stop.
Topside receiver split out really wide, and that's going to be a screen up the middle. And a well-designed play. Almost got beat up by defensive lineman there for the Raiders, but just sleeped it. He was right there.
He was close.
And that will be enough for another first down. So great play calls here for the Rangers, and are able to move the ball into territory there in the red zone now. Ball at the 18-yard line. Now let's see if this Raider defense can have a bend, don't break mentality and force either 3 points or get them off the field. First down. Snap. Pressure in the face. And that quarterback is going to be sacked on the play, and that's Wyatt McKenzie, defensive lineman, able to make the play there. So a nice sack for a loss, and it pushes them out of the red zone, and there will be a 2nd down and about 13 to go.
Big play if they make this a definite passing situation, because when they can pin their ears back and come off the edge, they're pretty salty.
And it seems like Vista Ridge wants to run that football, definitely have a little bit more confidence in that short pass game as well as running the ball. Don't want to have to force it into the end zone, and that's exactly what the Raiders want them to do. Twins to the top of your screen here. Single receiver split out wide, ends up coming back in motion for the trips. Timeout here by the Rangers. We're going to go to a commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
And we're back here. It is about 3 minutes left in this quarter to go for the first quarter, and it is second down and about 13 for the Rangers. Drops back to pass, ends up getting hit as he throws, and this ball is going to sail to the back of the end zone. A definite passing situation, and in on the action right there to disrupt things was Benny Sears, the junior tackle for the Raiders. He delivered a pop and ends up making the quarterback throw it a little bit out of the zone.
Well, right now that quarterback's thinking, hey, over up in the press box, y'all mind going back to that quick game again instead of having me sit back here and wait for this guy?
And pressure came first down, ends up getting the sack. Pressure there makes a throw over his receiver. So got to like this defensive line coming at the quarterback right now. Ends up making another pass and down. But they will run the football here, and their quarterback ends up getting right about to the 22-yard line. And
design run right there. That wasn't a broken play. That was a design quarterback draw. They spread everything out and tried to get him out of there.
And McMillan on the play there for the Raiders. Yeah, now it creates a situation where they're going to have to kick a field goal. Same thing as Cedar Ridge. So our longest drive of the night will end up in a field goal attempt. This is going to be a longer field goal attempt from about the 22-yard line. That would be about a 35-yarder. 39-yarder, sorry. Yeah. Here comes the snap, a hold, and that looks like it is good.
That is aces right there, my friend. That was a nice kick right there by.
Beautiful kick. And that ties the game.
Smoked that one right there, Zach.
That probably would have gone for a 45. It was a great kick there, 39 yards. Ended up making it 3-3 here. So defensive stalemate to start this one. We'll get to see Cedar Ridge receive the ball for the first time tonight. We'll get to see their offense kind of come out in a different cadence. Starting after the field goal, and they stalled out last time. They had the ball at the 10-yard line. Gotta have to, coming back to the sideline. Gotta leave you with wanting more to score there than just 3.
No doubt. I'm sure both sides are thinking the same thing, but obviously both appreciate they got points on the board, but every once in a while you need to go punch that thing in.
Absolutely. So we're seeing this kind of turn out into a great ball game here, folks. Again, homecoming tonight here for the Raiders, and you can tell by the stadium it is packed. Both bands here are playing very loud tonight. Super excited to bring this one to you guys from Dragon Stadium in Round Rock, Texas. Here comes the kick. Raiders back to receive. And that will be fielded right at the 10-yard line. Has some room to work here down the sideline. Oh, look at that speed, Coach.
Ruh-roh.
Gets driven out of bounds right at about the 45-yard line. But right there, a great run there. And I believe that was Devin Patterson, the sophomore. Speed on the edge, and he almost broke that for 6, Coach. The kicker made a great play to get in the way and push him out of bounds.
That could have been trouble, but the kicker was there. He did what he had to do. A lot of times it's either one or the other. They're knee-deep in going and making a tackle, or they don't want any part of it.
And so here comes Pippin and Devonish again back out into the field. Snap here. And Devonish gets blown up by play, and that's a great play by the defensive linebacker coming in, making that play, and blowing things up before it could get going. It pushes back the line of scrimmage to the 39-yard line, creating a second down and 15 for the Raiders.
Well, soon enough, one of these two offensive lines has got to figure out we're going to have to knock these boys off the line of scrimmage and be able to run the football, because right now there's no doing on either side.
just seeing the Raiders kind of not really have any production up to this point in terms of the offense. Gotta wonder when we gotta see Brooks, get involved. He's such an impact player against Round Rock. Haven't seen a ball go to his way tonight, but I'm sure it's coming soon. Handoff up the middle of Devonish, and Devonish gets back to the line of scrimmage a little bit more here, so we'll create a 3rd down and about 13 to go for the Raiders. And Devonish doing a good job there. Again, such a speedy back. He's just very slippery in the backfield.
Not afraid to mix it up inside either. He's done a lot of his damage inside where he starts downhill and then cuts back. So we'll see him break one before the night's over.
And 3rd and long situation, got to be thinking, passing down here if you're the Raiders. Definitely want to keep some sort of drive alive as, it's been tough to get a 1st down for this team so far.
Still looking for number 0, Zach.
Twins down the bottom screen. Pippen loads up the pass, and that ball's a deep ball over the middle, and it'll be incomplete here. Great coverage on the play. Ends up not drawing the flag. Ball intended for the Raider receiver, and it just ends up being harmlessly to the floor there, and that was Josiah Ray that was Jake McGill on the intended receiver there. So big passing play there, ends up going for nothing. 4th down and about 13 to go.
Well, let's boot it away and see how it shakes out. I'm sure they're back there, and they've been told, hey, if it hits the ground, get away from it.
Especially after last one. Yes, sir, Coach. That is exactly right. And here comes the snap and punt. Lambert loads up, delivers a great ball. That's going to be fielded right at the 19-yard line, 18-yard line. Tackle made. Great tackle.
What a great open field tackle that was.
Yeah, absolutely. Tackle made by Christian Hall, the DB linebacker out there, and he was able to make that great tackle. It's a lot of speed for the Raiders right now on the special team units.
Guys don't get enough credit for making open field tackles on special teams because a lot of times they're in space with someone who is a much superior athlete, and they just have to make it, I'm going to make this tackle. It's a personal thing. I'm going to make sure it happens, and then they go make the tackle, even though he's a better athlete than me.
Coming full speed. It's definitely one of the harder things to do on a kickoff or a punt return, to take it to the house, but also to tackle. So Twins to the top of your screen here, motion out wide.
We got tight end trips up top, and then we go to empty.
And this is going to be a corner route that ends up being caught, and that is great catch. Oh, it ends up being out of bounds. He stepped out, no catch. Looked like a great catch there, great throw from the quarterback from Vista Ridge. But, again, great coverage to be there and push him out of bounds for that play to be a negative play, and that was Jaden Fike on the coverage there.
Yes, good coverage, great ball, almost a better catch, just didn't quite get it down in time.
So Twins to the bottom of your screen here, up back in the backfield, motion. Another motion in the backfield. Handoff from the quarterback. Vista Ridge goes for nothing. And that is a great play again. And that's David Krause in on the action for the Raiders. Defensive line really blowing things up. It's been tough sledding for both sides here on offense.
I don't think they're going to speed it up and try and get a play in right here. They might just go to the quarter. Only have 10 seconds left before the first quarter's up. I think they're going to go to the quarter, and everyone's okay with it being 3-3.
Yep, absolutely. It's pretty much a 0-0 ball game here, folks. 3-3. We're going to go to some commercials, but we'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045.
And so just the end of the first quarter here. We got a lot more football to go. 3 more great quarters, but as it sits right now, it's 3rd down and 11 for the Rangers. They're looking to get a first down here. Back to pass, has some time, ends up throwing it deep over the middle, and that's going to be just overthrown. But, a great arm there by the quarterback, but ends up bouncing harmlessly to the turf. Will be a punting situation for the Rangers, another one that we've seen tonight, Coach.
Yeah, I haven't seen their, it's one of those things, haven't seen them enough to know, are they going to be an aggressive, are we going to go after it right here? Do they struggle with their snaps? Sometimes during pregame, that's what you look for. It's been a good snap and get it away, but when you have him back down and the guy's on his 9-yard line, sure would be fun to double thump that.
And that goes right through his legs. Coach, just what you were saying, and that's going to go right back to the back of the end zone for safety. And this team gets a break again on special teams. 2 points for the Raiders here.
They were bringing heat, but that had nothing to do with a bad snap. Didn't quite get it back there.
And 5-3 here will force.
That could be big at the end of the game. We've seen some Cedar Ridge games that were really, really tight at the end.
Huge difference maker. Got a really interesting hockey score right now here, folks. 5-3 for the Raiders. They go up after Vista Ridge snap just rolled right under the punter's feet and could not control it, could not get the ball back, and just punched it back in the back of the end zone. Will be a safety. 5-3.
Kind of like last night when Aaron Judge hits a home run, then Giancarlo hits a home run, and then the Guardians come back and make it oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Great baseball game last night. Yeah, it's such a great time for sports in general. Got basketball starting up soon, playoff baseball, football's in the middle of everything. Yep, gotta love it. But
there's not a big football game tomorrow, is there, Zach?
Oh, not in Austin, no. Just the F1 race, but
okay.
We'll be kicking it off from the 20-yard line here, and this is going to be good field position more than likely for the Raiders from wherever they field it. Ball is away. Will be fielded right around over the head of the Raiders here, picked up around the 8-yard line, and he falls down, slips. What a change of field position here from the 20-yard line to the 10. That is a great flip there, and the Raiders are going to start in even worse, in not very good field position than they would have if they would have just had a normal kick go through the back of the end zone.
That's about as unlucky as you can get right there. Absolutely.
Flips the field.
Oh, flipping the field in the worst kind of way. Gosh almighty, you make them kick it off from their own 20, and now you're on your 10?
And so Pippen comes out there. Again, have not seen a first down really for this team just yet. Looking for it here. Maybe some switches up, but we're going to see the snap here. And that's going to be handoff. Again, not much going. Will be driven back, but it will be a 3-yard gain here. So Devonish gets a little bit back there. Oh, apologies. That's Josiah Ray in the backfield for the Raiders. He ends up getting about 3 there. So not much going still for the Raiders in the run game. Been able to see glimpses of the pass offense. Just had a few incompletions so far, but looking to get it going on this drive. A long sustained drive here, Coach, would definitely put them back at ease on the offensive side of the ball.
Like you mentioned, they hadn't gotten the first down yet. How about a first down? That would be huge.
And this Raider defense all over the place here. Ball intended. Rangers defense all over the place. Ball intended for Wesley Hatterton, the fullback there for the Raiders, and it creates a 3rd down and 7 situation. Looking to get something going here.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure something out up front, because they're starting to have what they do to other people. They're starting to have that happen to them right now.
Yeah, pressure
where
immediately.
I'm not so sure right now their offensive line thinks we can handle this defensive front.
Pressure there, not much going on the run games. This defensive line is being a tough task to handle here for the Raiders, and this is going to be a false start, going to push them back even more here. Was a 3rd down and about 7, will be a 3rd down and about 12 to go here for the Raiders on the heels of their own end zone.
Well, talk about, you just mentioned flipping the field. We're just looking right directly opposite, not even 3 minutes of the game ago, and they're in a tough spot right here. If they can't get a first down, they're going to be punting from in their own end zone.
And Pippen takes it out. He steps up in the pocket, has some room to work, ends up getting a good amount of it back. Almost got dropped in the back of the end zone for a penalty or for a safety.
Then he almost got a first
down. So a roller coaster there. Ends up being a 4th and about 3 to go for the Raiders. They'll opt to punt it here. Smart decision, but hopefully getting the same luck that they got or they didn't get, and flipping the field here would be great for Lambert. So pretty much in the same spot as where Vista Ridge saw their last punt go through their legs, but this one is caught nicely, and Lambert puts that one on a line. Will be fielded around the 42-yard line for Vista Ridge, and he's got some moves, folks. Able to run it up the middle, and he'll be pushed out of bounds.
Nice return right there.
Pushed out of bounds by Christian Hall for the Raiders. Will be a great starting spot for the Rangers as they come out onto the field for their first drive. Well, their first sustained drive starting at the first down of the 3rd quarter. They had the ball to start and ended up punting it away to start the quarter. But now they get a chance with great field position. Ball at the 33-yard line for the Rangers as they take the ball against the Cedar Ridge Raiders.
Well, I think Cedar Ridge boys are looking at this as a challenge. They're saying, you know what, you can start us wherever you want to start us, but you're not getting in the end zone.
And so the Rangers come out, fly sweep reverse, and ends up being a flea flicker and snuffed out. A lot of chances for the ball to come out, a lot of chances for the Raiders to get back on it. They're not fooled. Stay home, and that goes for nothing.
That was kind of jacked up from the get-go because one of the guys holding contain was getting knocked too far back, so they didn't even have a chance to do the reverse, much less a reverse pass.
What a play call there. Could have gone for much more, but ends up, having a little bit of a drop and goes for nothing. Defense was not fooled, though. They're staying home. Motion here. Quarterback takes the snap, ends up getting eaten up in the backfield. Again, Wyatt McKenzie for his 2nd tackle loss, 1st sack of the night, and that will push them back even further. About a 7-yard loss here. Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. Line to gain is the 28, so it's a long down and distance to go here.
I love seeing McKenzie out there do that. Reminds me of the Manster, part man, part monster, Randy White with the Dallas Cowboys back in the day. You're not quite old enough for that, Zach.
He looks like he's playing the nose guard position here, right over that center. 3rd down. And rollout smash here, ends up throwing it out wide, has a man open, but does not get near the first down marker. Will be a 4th down and 10 to go. And looks like they're going to bring out the kicking unit here. Made one from 39 earlier tonight, Coach.
This looks like it'll be a 51-yard attempt.
It will be. Deep attempt here for the Rangers. We'll see if he's got the leg for it. It looked like on the last one with the 39er, he was able to push it through, and it could have been good from a lot longer. We'll see how long that is. 51 yards here, Coach.
Can't see which way the flags are blowing, though.
And that ball is drilled.
And it's
no good.
Wide left.
Wide left, exactly right, Coach.
Plenty distance.
Absolutely.
Plenty distance. He didn't have a problem getting there from 51. He was just little shankopotamus to the left there.
And that sack by McKenzie. Really,
Huge.
really,
Absolutely huge.
and you see why, pushing them a little bit too far out of the field goal range for him. He'd made a 39-yard, and it's pretty much that sack on top of a couple more for that last field goal attempt that went wide left. And it gives the opportunity for Cedar Ridge Raiders, haven't had best offensive production so far, get a chance to go back out there tonight with the lead. And we have a change at quarterback here, Coach. Scott Howe has taken over in the backfield for the Raiders from Pippin. So we saw Jack start off the year for the Raiders and play the whole game against Round Rock, and then Pippin subbed in for the last drive. Ends up taking the last series of the last drive, needing a touchdown, and they get it with Pippin. So having two guys who can get the job done is definitely something to your advantage. It's just placing them in at the right time and knowing when to use each one.
Whatever. You're just saying that because of the Texas game tomorrow, them having two quarterbacks.
Howe takes the snap.
Play action.
He's got some defenders right on him, and they'll take him down for the sack. That's a coverage sack because there just was nothing open downfield.
Absolutely nowhere to go with that. I saw 4 guys on routes, and 4 guys were blanketed right there. That was pretty doggone good coverage.
Just nowhere to go with it. It creates another third down situation. The Raiders keep going backwards on these drives, finding a tough time to even get some positive yardage. But, we'll see what they draw up here. Got Hal back in there at quarterback. Brooks on the outside, the bottom of your screen here. Motion. Oh, and that ball's going to be on the floor. Ball's going to be on the floor, and it's going to be keep going. Oh, they're going to say that is an incomplete pass. A forward pass will be 4th down. So called off, and it will be a 4th down situation here. Much rather that than obviously a fumble with the ball trending towards the end zone with the other team about to recover it. But 4th down nonetheless. Lambert trots back out onto the field. He's been, called upon a lot tonight.
That could have been absolutely disastrous.
Just a couple mental mistakes here tonight by both teams in terms of putting the ball on the floor. Luckily, Cedar Ridge, coming away with, not the ball turning over at all, but, still putting it on the floor a few times here. And that will be a great punt, put him right at the 26-yard line. So great, flip of the field there, and we'll see this defense come out onto the field once more.
Well, they stopped them when they were on their own 30. Well, let's see if they can do something with making the Vista Ridge guys go a lot longer.
Absolutely. And, when your offense is stalling like this, the best way to get them going is as a defense to try to find a turnover. And they did that once before and got them to the 10-yard line, which is how they came away with 3 points. But as a defense, you got to step it up, especially when you see your offense, one side of the ball is struggling. It's on you to kind of keep it together in terms of the game. But we'll see their offense trot onto the field here for Vista Ridge. It's going to be a fake handoff jet sweep, ends up handing it off to the back in the backfield, goes for nothing. Tackle made by Eddie Carruthers on the play there.
Absolutely nothing.
And seeing a little bit chippiness from both sides of the ball here. That personal foul to start the game. I've seen a few times after play action from both sides of the ball. It's district football here in Texas. It's definitely going to get a little bit feisty.
Not just district action, Zach, but both these two teams expect to get in. And tonight, a loss is going to put them in a tough situation.
It's at the point of the district where everything's still pretty much wide open. The top 2 spots look to be locked in for, Round Rock and Vandergrift. But other than that, the field is open, Coach. I mean, you have a lot of teams here sitting at 3-3, 3-4.
Well, we've hardly even talked about Hutto.
And Hutto's 2-2 right now in district, and they're just on the cusp of getting in. McNeil trailing right behind them at 2-3, and then a couple 3 1-win teams tonight. We'll be seeing them play, but it's just been a tough sled for this district. It's a tough district to make the playoffs in, and only 4 teams get in. 3rd down and 10 here. Snap. It's got plenty of time over the pocket, but that ball will be over the middle. Nobody in sight necessarily, just falls right in the middle of a couple of defenders and receivers.
And
we'll see another
umpire.
punt. Yeah,
he had to dodge it also. He had to get those pink wristbands and get out.
both defenses are getting off the field very quickly tonight, and both offenses are getting off the field very quickly tonight. A lot of exchanging, only one really sustained drive so far.
Correct. And, just like you say, if the defenses are getting off the field quickly, that not so good, but that means the offenses are doing the same thing.
And punt here is successfully made away, and ball will trickle down to the 34-yard line. They'll spot it right at the 33 for Cedar Ridge. Another attempt, but 5:54 here left in the first half. At halftime, we'll make sure to kind of broadcast a little bit of the special moments tonight. Homecoming, such a great tradition here. All the mums are out. You can tell by the stadium it's a bit more full on this side, but we'll also get to see some of the band. You'll hear some scores from around the district. We'll talk a little bit about the game. Maybe some key adjustments need to be made, and we'll obviously hear a word from our sponsor. But before that, we got some football to be played. It is first down for the Raiders as they look to take on a first down in situation here. Snap, Devonish fight, getting that ground game moving a little bit.
A little bit more up front than had been recently. They're not getting smoked in the backfield, which is what had happened for most of the first quarter.
Yeah, positive yardage, and that's about 5 yards there, Coach. So one of their longest runs of the night. Not really saying too much, but it's exactly what you said. They've been getting popped in the backfield, and haven't even been getting positive yards. So. This offensive line maybe putting it together. I've seen a few of these on the last drive.
Yeah, Mr. Referee stepping in the middle here to slow down the action. I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
Got the pink on tonight. A few of the players, a few of the refs. Of course, that's for breast cancer awareness in the month of October. You see that basically at every level from middle school, Pop Warner, all the way up to the NFL. Will be second down and about 5 here for the Raiders as they come in a tight formation once again, maybe trying to run the football a little bit harder. And Devonish gets a little bit burst outside and pops a good run there for about 11 yards, and will be the first down for the Raiders coming here in the second quarter.
He's just really quick. When he plants a foot and bounces any inside zone play and gets out there, he's tough.
He's got great vision, too, back there. I mean, you can just tell by the way he's patient in his runs up the middle, but exactly what you said, once he bounces outside, be careful because he's quick and he's slippery out there and can make you miss. They'll go to him 3 times in a row here, and each 3 times getting positive yardage, and this will be another gain here. Credit that offensive line with pushing when push come to shove, bringing it on.
First down or not quite? First down. They got it rolling. I wouldn't be surprised if they speed things up a little bit now. Get them on their heels. That hadn't been the case all night.
Had not been the case at all, and this is the first sign of this offense really being able to move the ball. 2 first downs on this drive, more than any they've gotten previously. It's the first 2 first downs of the game so far for them. They're liking this tight formation here and sending Devonish out again. He's got room to work here, folks. Bounces off 2 wimpy. Almost broke it again. But it looks like it's a design read play, or at least they're letting the defensive line kind of come free. Good read by the quarterback there, or Devonish just making plays.
I have a pretty good idea that they're reading that. Just looking at the quarterback's mannerisms, I don't think it's a design run with where his eyes are going.
And the read is such a great play call because it really isolates one defender. You don't really have to block one guy in the field, one less person to worry about, and gives you the option of making a play if you're quarterback or handing it off and just letting him Devonish do the work. And he's been doing great here, second down and about 7 to go.
No doubt. And, Zach, I tell you, I called a few plays over the years where we didn't block somebody on the in-man line of scrimmage or a down lineman, and we always said if you can't block them, read them.
Right. And that's a fake handoff over the middle. Brooks over in the end zone. He catches it. Brooks' first target of the night.
Well,
and he
just
comes
talked
up
about it last series. When are they going to get Brooks involved?
And a great play call there from the Raiders here. And our question was answered, Coach. Brooks finally comes alive here, and he's just so hard to cover. We talked about it. It's hard for DBs to cover with how tall and fast and strong he is. He's hard for linebackers to cover because
he can run.
He can run quick.
Rangy.
He's just a great threat for this offense, and they tend to go to him when they need points.
He's just a matchup nightmare. He's probably too big for most DBs, corners, and he can outrun linebackers and safeties. What a great option to have at your tight end position.
And we've seen him line up at the X or Y or the Z position on the outside. Kind of being able to play wherever he wants and wherever they kind of need a big play. And Brooks has always been able to answer the bell. And that was a great throw by Howe, but Brooks kind of fended off the defender to be able to force him out to have room to catch the football there. Just a great heads-up play.
Great ball. Better catch, I would have to say.
Yep.
Not taken away from the quarterback whatsoever, but he was covered pretty well. He made sure he got separation late and brought it home for a touchdown. Big play for the old Raiders.
Big play and first touchdown of the game here, 12-3 with about 3 minutes 52 left in this half. So if you're the Raiders, you got to like what you're seeing on defense and then finally getting something together on offense and punching in. The hardest part that we haven't seen tonight is actually some 6 points touchdowns. Kick here. It's going to be a short one.
That's trouble. And that's trouble.
And just bounces over the head of the Cedar Ridge special teams. I mean, Coach, that was
that was
really
a gem. Oh, perfect pooch kick right there. And young kid just overran it. And wasn't looking at the ball, was looking at the guy coming up to receive it. He was too far away. He could have just easily caught that, sat down 1st and 10 on the plus 32. But as it is, I think it's going to add 15 yards to it from where we are because I think we have a personal foul on the old boys in purple.
Yeah, definitely saw some pushing and shoving. Again, both of these teams kind of getting into it. But, Coach, that was a fantastic kick by Tugas. And you got to wonder for Vista Ridge why no one was really running to the football. Maybe they thought it was just going to bounce out of bounds or whatever that may be. But still,
doesn't matter what they thought. They should have been shagging tail over there to jump on it, dive on it, bite someone on their way over there. Doesn't matter. They should have done everything they could to get on the ball. But it's going to work out for them right here, and I think they're going to be in pretty good shape.
Definitely be in good shape. It looks like both referees are pointing to both sides of the field. I'm not sure if we're going to have offsetting penalties, but, again, seeing a lot of action after the play. Saw 3 or 4 guys on the field from both teams, interlocked and fighting after the whistle.
So I wonder if it was, hey, what are you guys doing after the game? Oh, no, I don't know. No, I don't think so. No. I think there's a lot of chippiness going on. You mentioned that.
And it seems like, a lot of this is from the defense. Defensively.
Oh, they're leading the charge.
Absolutely.
On it. There's no doubt. There is no doubt about that. They're the ones who are saying, hey, this is our Sonic. You go somewhere else to drive up and down on a Friday night.
And, Vista Ridge has a great stadium on their campus, Gupton. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Wonderful stadium. Get to host some great home games there.
Right in the neighborhood, just like this.
Yeah, yep. And, Cedar Ridge, all the Round Rock schools play at Kelly Reeves as well as Round Rock ISD, but it helps having some other teams with stadiums in your district as there are only 2 places to play on a Friday and Thursday night. But looking at a great game here, perfect weather, 75 degrees here down at the field, and it is a great night for some football action. First down for the Rangers. Looks like
must have been offsetting.
Yeah. Because no penalty applied. We saw the flag come out, but they'll start off right where the ball went out of bounds. Motion here. Handoff. Got it. They want to get back to that running game. And tackle made by a couple Raiders on the play. Jaden Fike in on the action as well as Jalen Hamilton. Will be second down and about 6 to go.
We've been talking about it for a while. They need to get their offensive line rolling a little bit. And the Raiders were able to do that last series running the football.
They really found their rhythm running the football.
I think the Rangers are going to try and do the same thing right here.
It calms everything else down in the puts less pressure on, we have to throw the ball. We have to do this because you're able to do it. Ball looks like it may have come out here late. We'll see what the call is. All the Raiders are pointing to the right to the field. We'll see what they say, but Raiders coaching staff is very adamant that this is their football. They're waving at the clock to stop here. May have popped out right as he got tackled there, but we'll see where they, who they give it to. A lot of discussion here tonight from the men in the black and white. And they will give the ball to Cedar Ridge.
Holy moly, that was huge. What a big play right there.
A turnover, the second turnover of the night.
What a big play. If they can go down and score right here, they will really, really take charge going into halftime.
They do get the ball at half. Cedar Ridge Raiders will receive. They deferred as they won the coin toss. Vista Ridge got the ball, didn't do much with it, and now has to send out their defense, who just let up a touchdown from right around this area. And Cedar Ridge starts off with great, fantastic field position.
Look how pretty that moon is, huh?
Yeah.
Before the game starts, let's get a look at that bad boy.
Beautiful full moon here tonight. Perfect color here for October, as well as the game tomorrow, right, Coach?
Oh, gosh, here we go again. Little burnt orange moon, huh, buddy?
Absolutely, got to love it. And, definitely seeing it. I think we're going to see a great game tomorrow, but got some football here tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe to our webcast. We are bringing it Round Rock ISD football all year long. And here's a word from our title sponsor. AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to the team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's ride.
All right, here we go. This is a huge series for that defense over there. They have got to get a stop right here to stay in the middle of this thing.
Exactly right. As we mentioned before, at halftime, the Raiders will get the football here. So Howe is still in at quarterback for the Raiders. Again, started off with Pippen at quarterback, but Howe has taken over the duties thus far in the half and threw for that touchdown. So we'll probably see him here again. Devonish is not in the backfield here. He did a lot of work last drive. Malik Hamilton joins Howe in the backfield, and Brooks, who just caught the touchdown, is on the line, and they are coming back to this tight formation, which they found success running the football in last drive, most likely liking what they saw there.
Anytime Coach Mack has to come down there and stroll onto the field and talk to people and look up in the stands or in the press box, something ain't right.
Yeah, something going on. The play clock is continuing to run. Looks like they're trying to get that fixed. And we see them to our right. They look like they're working hard. Something might be malfunctioning here, but there they go. They reset it. 3:08 here. I wonder if that's right, but still looking for the snap.
That's what they wanted. So let's go. We have 3:08 to go in the first half. Like you said, the double slot set right there, reverse around, nothing doing.
Yep. Good
Very
defense.
Disciplined defense right there.
Was not fooled at all. Devonish, is that playmaking ability. Wasn't in the backfield. Had a feeling he might be getting the football there at the slot when he came in motion. Clock will continue to run here. Obviously not too worried about it. Both teams have 2 timeouts left in this left in this half. So, the clock is not a factor. But 12-3 here. You'd love to score a touchdown, but, willing to take the 3 points here. But got to get a little bit closer in order to do that. Motion here. Ball goes over Howe's head. High snap, and he's just going to fall on this one. Smart play there just to fall on it. No need to try to pick it up there. Will be a loss of about 15 yards there, 20 yards. Timeout, Rangers. And that's a tough one. We're going to go to a commercial break, but we'll be right back.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net.
Back here again for some more action. We'll see how the Raiders handle this third down and long situation. Got a long way to go to get the first down. First down marker is at the 24-yard line, currently at the 49-yard line of the Rangers. And Hal drops back to pass, has nowhere to really go with it, and gets sandwiched by 3 Rangers for another loss, and the Raiders are going to have to punt this ball away.
Well, that's just a tough series for them right there. They just got no traction, then had the snap over the head. The Rangers just did a really good job with time management. They've got 2:11, so time's not an issue. The issue for Vista Ridge isn't the clock. It's those 11 dudes on defense
who are playing in the way of getting on the field. And we saw the leg of, obviously having the distance, but just being a little bit left there for the Rangers. So they know they can kick a field goal from pretty much anywhere within, the 35-yard line, or at least going to attempt it. But the Raiders have been playing such stout defense here tonight, have not really given up much at all. They had one drive where they ended up, only giving up 3 points, but let up a couple first downs. Haven't seen much yet after that.
Well, they better get something going either this series or early in the second half, because we've seen what the Cedar Ridge defense does in the fourth quarter against really good teams.
They're able to close out games, and we'll be able to see this punting unit kind of see what they can do. Lambert's been back to punt there a few times tonight already, and has been able to deliver some good punts thus far. Waiting on the official word here before we get going. 2:14 left in this half.
They're playing their base defense. They're not bringing blockade or anything like that.
And Lambert, nice high-hanging kick. Ball fielded right at the 20-yard line. Wow, great play there by the return man. Just an athlete back there. That's Deshaun Castillo. He is able to make some people miss, but the Raiders are able to pull him down right about the 30-yard line. So it will be a first down from the 32. We'll see what they can do here with, about 2 minutes left in this one. They have no timeouts left here, though, Coach.
He's scary with it back there in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if they used him on offense a little bit.
Yeah, Castillo, very quick, and he looks like he's moving quick out there. Like you said earlier in the game, their best athletes are back there receiving the kicks because they want them to go make a play. It's tough for the defense to make a tackle on that one. But, again, 2:04 left here for this offense. Haven't seen much production in this quarter, but, 2-minute drills, a little bit different style of offense. May see something different here. Snap, time to throw, and that's going to be thrown into the dirt here. Pressure did end up getting there, but just an errant throw for an incompletion.
He had time to throw, but he didn't have a lot of time.
And great coverage on the back end, really, making it tough for a quarterback to go through his reads and make a decision there. Snap here. Just short throw over the middle. Pushed out of bounds. A big hit there by Eddie Carruthers.
Ooh, yikes. That's a nice catch and run for a first down, and then Carruthers comes and brings the wood.
Got out of bounds, though, so it will be a first down, and clock will stop. 1:52 left. Thrown out of bounds here, or thrown to the bounds here, ends up being caught inbounds, stepped out of bounds for the clock to stop. But a minute 46 here, ball will be placed right at the 49-yard line. And again, Coach, a different style offense. They're trying to throw the ball a little bit quicker here and having some success thus far.
like we said early in the game, trying to get out of his hands really quickly so he doesn't have to sit there and wait.
And they like that drag route coming over the middle late as kind of the final check down. Ends up falling harmlessly to the turf there. Will be a third down and about 4 to go for the Rangers. 1:42. Haven't taken much time off the clock here getting this football, but you got to be thinking maybe 4-down territory.
No doubt.
So twins to the top of your screen here. Single receiver split out wide to the bottom. Snap here. They're going to throw it, and not much room to go. They do the screen again.
Tunnel screen.
And tackle made. That's it by, Wyatt McKenzie, who has been all over the place tonight. He drops back into coverage. Clock will run as soon as they set the ball. 1:33 here and rolling. Snap. He's back. He got plenty of time. Sack here. And a great sack by Benny Sears. He comes in there and makes a great play. We've seen a few sacks tonight. This defensive front is just so good that they allow them to drop 7 and just protect it and cover. And quarterback can't find him to be open, so he just gets sacked. 1:07 here left in this quarter. And quarterback steps up, throws the ball over the middle, has a man, ends up falling down short of the end zone. Will be caught, and that was caught by Ben Reed, and a great throw there by the quarterback, Caden Arnott. They will stop the clock as they need to set the chains here, but 57 seconds left, so ball is at the 3-yard line. Would have been a walk-in touchdown had he not fallen.
Well, it might end up being better for him because if they end up punching it in right here, now Cedar Ridge won't have any time to do anything. But obviously a minute and something is plenty time to go score nowadays.
Clock ticking here within 33 seconds. 30 seconds now left in this half. They're looking to throw here. Have a man open in the middle, and that will be caught for a touchdown for Cedar Ridge. So they got exactly what they ordered here, Coach. Going down the field, scoring 6 points, and now putting a little bit more pressure on Cedar Ridge.
Correct. Vista Ridge got what they needed. They had to score right there. It was going to be a tough hill to go up on the second half to start things, but they got exactly what they needed. Now it's time for the boys in the purple to figure out, you know what, we got us a ball game again, and we're not the only team who's won some tight ones this year.
10-12 here in this one. We'll see the kickoff go to the Raiders, and 26 ticks left in this half. The only difference here is that safety, Coach.
You think it's going to end up coming into play at the end of the game? I know one thing. The Raiders feel a lot better just because of one play, and that's the safety.
Could be the ultimate difference maker in this one, as these two teams look pretty much neck and neck in almost every category. The offense is finally getting something together late in the second quarter for both teams, putting in 6 points. It took almost the whole half to do so, but we finally see 6 points. Both teams have a field goal. The difference right now is just that safety.
And 26 seconds left in the first half. They're going to kick it off, and we'll see if they'll just take it to the half or try and make something happen with a couple big plays.
Always have that option. Just kind of depends on how you're feeling. The offense hasn't been really moving too much, so we'll see what they do here. But that one is going to be over the head of the Raiders receivers there, and the Raiders will start with the ball with only about 26 seconds left in this half. And just a reminder, please like and subscribe to our webcast. We're on YouTube and providing everybody in the Round Rock ISD area football access to all their favorite teams. Please make sure that you go check out us every Friday and sometimes Thursday nights. We bring the action on YouTube, and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. But we're just about at halftime here. Have the bands lined up. Everybody's ready to, get those homecoming ceremonies done as well.
Looks like one play going to take a knee, victory in formation.
There it is, folks. So
let's go to the half.
We're going to go to halftime here. Before we do so, obviously a few notes on this. We saw a lot of defensive play really superior to the offense tonight. The Raiders ended up getting that big touchdown to Brooks in the corner route of the end zone. Obviously, we just talked about the safety. Vista Ridge, edging out a touchdown to be finishing out that first half. They got to feel good about that. But, Coach, anything that you're going into halftime knowing that they're going to talk about in those locker rooms?
Yeah, I think the coaches in the purple are going to think to themselves, you know what? How do we get number 0 the ball again? Because we've thrown it to him one time. You and I talked about him at the beginning of the game, before the game even started. How big of a deal is he going to be in this game? And so far, he's been the difference maker for them. He made the one big play that they needed. So as long as whichever offensive line gets it figured out and moves the ball a little bit more than has happened in the first half, I think they're going to have the best chance to win this game.
Yeah, the trenches is definitely where this one will be won. Offensive line either putting together, a defensive line continuing to play stout. But we're going to see some action here at halftime. We got about 30 minutes before we bring back the football, so we're going to hear a word from a few of our sponsors, but we'll be right back.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme: Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Maze Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at mazestreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN. Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today.
Welcome back, folks. We're just watching the Vista Ridge Band and Dance Team definitely perform. They are in their gray uniforms tonight, looking great. But we have some score updates here for around the district, Coach. We just checked in on a couple of those games. Again, Stony Point and Hutto are playing each other tonight, 21-21. We kind of talked about this. Stony Point has they have the ability to score points. We see Hutto versus Cedar Ridge, putting up 63 points against them. That both those teams know how to score. So, ultimately in that one, Coach, it's probably going to be who scores more points.
Exactly, but how did they score that many against this defense? It just completely baffles me, because I've seen this defense play so well ever since we've read about that game.
All right, absolutely. And in other action going on in the district, Manor is taking on Vandegrift, and they are still in the just about got to halftime, 42-0. There, Vandegrift rolling again. they're the top team to beat in the district and almost going to cement themselves into the playoffs with a win here tonight. And, definitely excited for that Round Rock game against Vandergrift to see really, kind of a good test for both of those teams. Right now, Round Rock is playing Westwood. At the moment, they're up 13-0, and you can actually catch that game on the iHSFAN network. It's the other broadcast going on. If you just click the channel, we'll have two games going live. You can kind of swap between the two. But any surprises in the matchups here tonight in district besides this game tonight?
Not really. We hate to think about it, but it seems like whoever plays Vandergrift, it's just I hate to tell you, but it's a name your score type of night. If Coach Sanders likes you, it might be a pretty close game or a little bit closer game, but I sure would hate to see it if he doesn't like you or if there was some bad blood in there, because it seems like they can almost name their score against every team, even the good defenses that we've seen this year.
Yeah, they have been on a roll here against the district. Wins, holding 2 straight shutouts against Cedar Ridge and McNeil, winning against McNeil 28-0 and Cedar Ridge 47-0. Defense definitely stout. They play Round Rock the last game of the year. That will be the final test in a good matchup to end off the year, and that will take place on November 8th.
You think that'll end up being the district championship game right there, Zach?
More than likely, the way it's shaping up, I mean, I have a feeling those two teams are going to be on top of this district, and, the last 2 spots are really up for grabs. I mean, at this point, Cedar Ridge is 3-2. They're playing Vista Ridge tonight. Vista Ridge, if they win, could be 3-2. And Cedar Ridge would drop to 3-3. So I think Vista Ridge would get the nod at that point. But it's going to be so close, and a lot of these teams are going to lose and beat each other. It's going to come down to what, Coach? Points, right? If it ends up being a tiebreaker.
Tiebreakers are absolutely the pits, because someone's going to stay at home when we beat them, they beat them, but they beat us, and we didn't win by as many points, so we're going to not get to go to the playoffs.
Because of something that was a little bit out of control. It's like that scene from Friday Night Lights where they flip a coin to see who goes. It's not much different than that, folks. Definitely seeing some great football, but some other teams on the cusp of getting into that, those playoff spots. McNeil's sitting there at 2-3 in district. They're obviously have the night off tonight as well, but Hutto playing against Stony Point. Stony Point could end up getting the win against Hutto and putting themselves right back in the race. They're 1-4 in district, but could end up being 2-4 after tonight, and ultimately have 2 more games left to get to 4-4, and then who knows what happens with Stony Point. But at this point, it's still a wide open game. I do think that the top spots are probably locked up unless Round Rock is unable to kind of put together games like they saw against 2-3 weeks ago against Cedar Ridge on this field. But other than that, those top teams look pretty strong to keep going. But other than that, Coach, there's not too much else on the docket for the district. Again, Round Rock playing Westwood tonight, Vandergrift at Manor, and Stony Point is out at Hutto tonight. So the 2 teams that are a little bit farther away.
There are a couple area games that were interesting. You and I were looking at some of the scores, like the one of the biggest games in the state this week is Lake Travis and Drip, and I think, didn't you tell me there it is, they're up 21-0 in the second quarter, Lake Travis is. So you just have to take them and see how they shake out. Westlake's getting after Bowie right now. This time of year, a lot of times that happens. The teams that everyone knows are good, and they're good every year, and they don't have a lot of stuff change, this time of year they usually separate themselves.
And it's a point of that year where it's kind of push come to shove. Each game becoming more and more important. As you go on. You can lose all your all your non-district games. You can win all your non-district games. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things for going to playoffs. District is all that matters, and especially the last couple games. But we're going to take a short break. We're going to actually let you all tune into the Cedar Ridge Raiders dance and band, be able to watch them because they obviously work just as hard, if not harder, than some of the players on the field. But we will see that soon. Be right back. But yeah, we'll let y'all watch that.
Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Maze Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Zach Epstein and Mickey Bouchon.
And here come the Raiders out of the tunnel, ready for halftime. We just got to see the king and queen of homecoming get crowned here at Dragon Stadium in Round Rock, Texas. We got another great half of football here, almost deadlock. 12-10 is the score. The difference maker right now being that lone safety that happened on a miscalculated fumble in the back of the end zone from a punt from the Rangers. Apologies there, but now we have some great football to get underway here. The Raiders will be receiving the ball here, Coach, and we got to see Mr. Brooks out on the field for the Raiders just a second ago, and he was a nominee for the homecoming court, but now he's got to focus his attention onto the field for another matchup here, about to be offense onto the field here for the Raiders as they get ready to receive the kickoff.
Well, let's see how things shake out for them, because this is the second half. They're up 2. They're starting the second half getting the ball. It's a good start for them. I think they're excited and ready to go.
Yep, here comes the kick. About to be a couple seconds away from starting our second half. And there's the kick. Another booming kick. That's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Raiders getting a chance to show their offense. And you know, we did see some life at the end of the half there from this offense. Before that, no first downs in the first quarter. Took them their second drive in the second quarter to get their first down, but ends up going for 6. So gotta love that, and gotta love how your defense is playing, creating turnovers and giving you the ball in great field position. 2 turnovers so far, plus that safety, and now the Raiders take the field on offense.
Sounds silly, but I was thinking they'd come up in the double tight slot look and run right at them like they did.
Like they did on their scoring drive, exactly right.
Yes, on the scoring drive before they threw the flag to Brooks. But that's really the only drive where they've been successful. I think they had them in a look that they weren't ready for, and they got them outmatched a couple times as far as number-wise. So coming in the second half, I wouldn't be surprised if they jumped in it and stayed with it. That being said, I'm pretty darn sure on the other side, the boys in white and red came up with an adjustment for that formation.
Absolutely, and Pippen takes a snap. He's backing at quarterback and has some room to work here, folks. He's a good runner, ends up getting enough for a first down. So Pippen comes back in. He sat down for most of the second quarter as Hal took over the responsibilities and threw a touchdown pass. We see Pippen start back to where he started before, but ends up getting a first down here with his legs.
That was a quarterback draw meant to be run inside right there. Nothing doing. Defensive line had great push. He just bounced it out and had a foot race and got enough for a first down.
Just enough for a first down there. Will be first down now. Swing out to Devonish, who's got some room to work here. He shakes a wimpy tackler and puts his head down, gets a couple yards there. You know, Devonish is not the biggest guy, but he does not shy away from contact in the slightest. Has to come off the field here as his helmet came off.
Well, that safety was screaming downhill, but he wasn't able to make a play on Devonish right there in the open field.
So good yardage on the first down play here. Second down and about 4 to go for the Raiders. Devonish again on the sideline here. Josiah Ray will come in for him at the running back position. Handoff here from Pippen. He goes to Ray, who's got some room to work. He's pushed down, though, only right about to the line of scrimmage. Dancing around the backfield, looking for something to open up. Just nothing there.
Nothing doing up front. Once again, nothing doing up front. That defensive line is holding its own.
Devonish makes his way back into the game here. And we'll see what they draw up here. Third down and 3 to go
Okay, so do they have 2 downs to get it right here?
That's
It's
what
a
I was about to
different
ask
game
you,
these
Coach.
days. What are the analytics?
Oh,
say,
and there
right?
it goes over his head, and Pippen has to
Nope.
just fall on this one. That's the second snap that's ruined a drive tonight for the Raiders. Gone over. 1 Hal's head last drive, pushed him out of field goal range, and 2 that just went over Pippen's head. They're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, they were in a great situation right there to either throw for it, run for it, maybe even have a short yardage run for it and give it another go, but not going to happen like that, Zach.
All out of the window, and again, it just comes down to the fundamentals of the game, of the sport. You know, you got to get down the snap or else you can't really do much else. And Lambert punts the ball away, a little bit of a shorter punt than what we're used to, but it gets a friendly bounce, ends up popping out right around the 38-yard line for the Rangers. And they're going to come to the field with a little bit more confidence here, Coach, just like the Raiders did on one of their last drives to score in the second half, or in the first half. The Vista Ridge Rangers are the closest, the team that scored the most recent touchdown as they drove down the field and really put one in very quickly with 0 timeouts left and about 2 minutes left in the game.
Really, the dagger, though, was the one cut loose down the middle on the post and almost scored on that. So it's not like they went down and just mashed this defensive front and took over the ball game. There was a breakdown. They had a big play and took advantage of it.
And Arnott, the quarterback for the Rangers, has had some time here to throw, but on most of the occasions he has not had, and it's just been tough sledding for them. They're going to do a fake handoff here over the middle, and that ball's going to be popped up in the air. Man, Arnott threw that into a lot of defenders.
4 guys around there, and it popped straight up in the air, and nobody saw that sucker coming.
Falls to the turf for the Rangers, luckily for them, but you know, that was a dangerous throw. He had one guy behind him, 2 guys trailing him.
He put it on him.
Yeah.
He put it on him,
Yep.
just popped up and landed right in the middle of him.
So Twins at the top of your screen here, roll out, and they're just going to throw a quick hitch route. Lot of cushion given there on the outside for RJ out there, out wide. Apologies, no, that's not RJ. But anyways, Matthew Rosero, he's out there out wide and has not a lot of room to give, but now it creates a 3rd down and about 3 for the Rangers on their first drive of this half. 8:22 in this one for the 3rd quarter. Tight formation here. They're going to run this football. Hands up the middle, and he's got some room to work here. Ends up getting into the secondary. Tackle made by Matthew Newton, who came up out from the safety position to make that tackle, but not before he got enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was a good job up front. They overloaded offensively with a tight end and 2 slots, or a slot and a wing back on the left side, and went back the other way and caught him napping, it looked like, on
Arnett
the weak side.
Throws one out wide, gets broken up. Great coverage on the play there. And you know, just a great job there. That's Lathan Rosero. He's out there all by himself, makes a great play. 2nd down and 10 here.
Yeah, that's one thing about corners nowadays. They have to be able to go out by themselves, have a lot of confidence, cover guys one-on-one, make a play, give up a play. Doesn't matter. They're going to have to do it all over again. So confidence is a huge thing with those guys.
Motion to ace formation here. Arnott shots back to pass, and this is going to be a false start. Most likely did not get set there before calling the snap, and will be negative yardage here for the offense.
Okay, so 2nd and 15 now. And the Rangers look like they're pretty comfortable up front what they're doing with the Raiders. So
they're getting enough time now. It's something we didn't really see in the first quarter for Arnett back there.
They're getting a lot more time right now because they're able to run the football. So the defense has to worry about stopping the run.
3 down linemen here for the Raiders. Snap here. Arnett has time to throw. Throws one over the middle, and that's caught on the run here. And he's going to be able to take this one into the house for a touchdown. And that was Deshaun Castillo, the wide receiver. He's been the return man for this team, and he showed off his wheels there. Ends up flying into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think we talked about that in the first half. They may have to get him on the offensive side and see what he can do, and what do you know?
Tough to tackle there for the Raiders. Ultimately give up a quick score here.
And there's that drag route you were talking about, Zach. They just brought him across and made it a foot race, and then he broke some tackles in space.
Almost like they're pushing their receivers out so they can clear everything out for that little crossing route that just comes across the middle. Exactly right. And they're going to go for 2 here, folks. Try to get some of that 2-point conversion back. Motion here. And this is going to be nothing going. Ball comes out. It's going to be an incomplete pass. And that looked like some trickery. Did not end up really going the way that Vista Ridge wanted, as the defender was right there in the backfield. That was Sears making the play.
Was that going to be a Philly?
It looked like it might have been a Philly cheesesteak or something, but definitely not the Philly special. It'd be 16-12 here in this one here, folks, with the Rangers scoring on a great play. I mean, Castillo has really been electric here tonight. He's definitely shown off the wheels on the returns a few times, and then, breaking a few tackles there to put one in the end zone. Just really athletic player for the Rangers. They're lucky to have him, and now the Raiders need to come back and answer this one.
No doubt it's a 4-point game. They need to go down and score and get an extra point and go back up 3 and reestablish themselves defensively, because that looked pretty easy for Vista Ridge. And he can boot it deep, which is exactly what he's done again.
Yeah, huge leg there for the Ranger.
And not afraid to use it.
Absolutely not. We saw him almost nail that, almost 50-yard field goal. We'll see this team kind of come back out. Not much doing on offense except when they went to that tight formation. I'm not sure if they're going to want to return to that here if you're the Raiders, but need some sort of spark here on offense, whether that's Devonish, Brooks, or one of these quarterbacks, making a play with their legs. But got to be something soon, as, the Rangers are kind of picking up the pace on offense.
No doubt. They're feeling themselves right now, and they've got to do something right now to take this thing back over, get the momentum on their side again.
Be first down to go. Ball is at the 25-yard line. Snap here. Over the middle there, and that's caught. Has some room to work over the middle, and what a snag there. That's the sophomore Audric Williams, another weapon who has just not had a chance to show off tonight. Ends up getting the ball in the, breaks the tackle, and gets a first down. A huge chunk play there.
Well, he's been a part of it every week. He just not the guy who they seem to want to go to when it really, really counts, and that's Brooks. But when it seems like he's coming into his own still.
Snap here. Devonish, again, not much going there. It's just been tough going all day today for the running the ball for either side of the ball, but really this Raiders team has just not been able to get something consistent together.
A lot of standing around up front, but that's easy to do when you're getting dominated by the defensive line in front of you. So something's going to have to give. They're going to have to start getting the ball out quickly, because it's not happening inside right now.
Exactly right. Maybe some swing plays, screen plays, slants, just something over the middle. Snap here. Fake handoff over the middle, play action, and that ball's going to go out wide, just off the off the fingertips of Brooks' hands, and we'll see a late penalty come in here. Not sure what the call will be here. Coach, did you see who that might be on?
Yeah, I think that was a little bit, too much playground action by the old Rangers right there. Got a little overzealous at the end of the play. The play was already over, and one of the defensive linemen let the O-line know that he'd been dominating him, and he just shoved him too late.
And that will
Can't get away with it.
A first down here for the Raiders.
That's a big plus for Cedar Ridge, and that's absolutely the worst thing you could ask for if you're Cedar Ridge. That you could have just about been getting the ball back, and instead you give them a first down in your own territory.
First down to go here.
What are they doing? Let's see.
Snap here. Devonish has some room to work.
Well, instead of 4 to 6 yards, they got about 2 that time. I knew eventually they'd come back to it.
The tight formation that we were just talking about, exactly right here.
Let's see if they keep some confidence in it and stay in that formation. It sure was good at the end of the first half.
Little bit of a break here in the action here, folks, but 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in this third quarter here. Snap here, and that's a little bubble screen there to Devonish, who has the swing route, ends up getting about 3 yards here. So, this is tough sledding for this offense, but going to a little bit more quick hitters.
Well, 3rd and 5 is a lot different than 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, like it's been the last couple series.
And it makes it a little bit easier to call plays when you're, kind of getting ahead of the chains and not having to fight yourself in the backfield there.
No doubt. That's a very frustrating deal when you're trying to call plays, and it's always 2nd and long, 3rd and long. That's just really, really frustrating and tough to do.
And play made on the outside, and he's going to go down all the way inside the 5-yard line. On the catch was Jake McGill. So some life here for the Raiders, and that is a first down. Great play call there from the coaching staff to get the ball into McGill's hands, and that will be a 1st and goal here from the 5-yard line.
Definitely had a bust right there. But let's see if they pick it up. Let's go. Let's get something in, and we got them on their heels. Let's punch it in.
So a busted play leads to a great opportunity here for the Raiders to score. Devonish gets the handoff. Again, not much going, but he finds a little bit of a room to work and just jets in there for a gain. Coach, that looked like it was about to be a loss of yards, but Devonish is just so quick. He dives in there for a gain of about 2 yards there.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2, and could have easily been 2nd and goal from the 6.
So handoff up the middle, and that will be stopped right at the goal line here. Ball goes out the back of the end zone, and we'll see what they call here, but this is going to be a short of the goal line. Will be 3rd down and about 1 to go here, folks.
And Zach, I am fairly certain they have 2 downs to get it. What do you think?
Absolutely have 2 downs to get it.
Looks like they're going to think about it and talk about it.
Think about it and talk about it.
Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
Sorry about that, folks. Hopefully we're back and live, but looking to see if we get a score here for the Raiders as they go up to the line here, about 1 yard to go, roll out, and Pippen looks to throw. He's got nowhere to go, but he ends up faking his way into the end zone, and that will be a touchdown for the Raiders as they go up 18-16 here, Coach.
That was absolutely a wonderful effort by that young man. They're trying to get one into the flats. It looked like someone, little flood action to the right side. He starts to go out there. He ducks underneath a rush and gets it in. That was super effort by him.
And the extra point is through the uprights will be 19-16 here. The lead has grown to 3 for the Raiders as Vista Ridge went for 2, did not get it on the play when they scored just a second ago, and now it is 19-16, heating up a little bit here. We've gotten some more action.
Yeah, 3-point game. They can still get back within with a field goal. So it's a tight one here. We've got defensives that have really run the gamut of this thing, but now they've got to get some offense going. 3:13 left in the third period, and it's time for the offense to do something.
Absolutely time, and we're got to see the kickoff here for the Raiders. And apologies if we dropped off for a second there, folks. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but to summarize what just happened, the Raiders got a busted play around the 30-yard line, ended up taking it in. McGill had a great opportunity to almost score, but got it to the 5-yard line, had 2 runs, which went for 3 yards, 2 yards, and got the ball down to the 1-yard line where Pippen worked his magic and ended up scoring there. And here we go. Kick is away. Vista Ridge takes the ball up right around to the 42-yard line. So, that squib kick worked out for them in the first round. It looks like the Rangers have been ready for it ever since.
Yes, there's no excuse to let it run around, bounce around that first time. So they've got that addressed and figured out. And they sure as heck don't want to kick it past that level because behind number 1 is number 2. And we just saw what he can do with the ball in his hand.
Number 2 just scored, and that is Castillo for the Rangers. Not out on the field right now, but he was a special player and made a huge play on that last drive. Motion here for the Rangers. 4 down linemen for the Raiders. Another motion here for the Rangers. Snap. Jet sweep out wide, and that's going to be tackled down for a 4-yard gain there on the play.
Looks like they found someone who they think might be their guy who can tote it and lead them the rest of the way, because right now number 2's the star of the show, right, for the old
Rangers. Yeah, line up in the slot right now to the bottom of your screen. And that's a play action over the middle, and there he is, Castillo, and tackle made again by and a great tackle by Eddie Carruthers in space, but Castillo's just working in the middle of that field there, Coach. So he's definitely an impact player to watch. It steps off, but not after getting the first down. So the Raiders have to come up with an answer for Castillo on the other side of the ball here, as he's been able to work his way through the middle and just make the zone kind of pay there.
Yeah, that's a tough ask right there. If you're not going to get any pressure on the quarterback to let him run open, run a little read route inside or outside.
And Arnott has some time, but ends up getting gobbled up in the backfield. Huge sack by David Krause. And again, Wyatt McKenzie, they've been huge tonight, and this offense goes backwards for the first time on this drive.
Much different when everyone's in on you like that and you don't have time to set your feet, look down the field. Your kid out in space can do a double move or whatever and get wide open, and you put it on him. Now it's a little bit different with that defensive line heating up again.
Pistol formation, handoff here, goes out wide. He has some room to work here. Tackle made, but not before the first down. Tackle made by Matthew McGillen, the linebacker. But the first down here from a second down and about 13 to go. So Vista Ridge moving the ball here, feeling a little bit better about their offense since the first half. But a minute 18 left in this quarter. This is going to come down to the fourth quarter and who might have the ball last here, Coach.
May come down to who can kick a field goal. And we know both teams have a kicker who can kick a field goal.
Shift here from the Rangers. And that ball is going to be handed off up the middle once again. Tackle made again by McMillan, coming from, apologies, not McMillan. That's coming from Matthew Newton, the safety there, making a play, creating a second down and 2 to go here for the Rangers. They got to like what they're seeing. They're being able to run the ball, throw the ball on this drive.
Definitely have them on their heels. Hadn't seen this in a while. For Cedar Ridge, but they're definitely struggling up front defensively right now.
Empty backfield here for the Rangers. And Arnett's just going to take off and run with this one. Ends up getting the first down, but not much more than that as he steps out of bounds just after the line to gain. Ball will be marked at the 13-yard line. It just a little bit out from the goal to go. But we saw the Raiders put up a goal line stand on the drive that they were able to get in the red zone and force a field goal. So that bend don't break mentality might be coming to play here. Got to toughen up the D.
It's got to be what they're thinking right now. Who cares where we are? We have got to keep him out of the end zone.
Arnett rolling, nowhere to really go with it, and throws it off his back foot, but that will be caught. But he stepped out of bounds, and we also have a penalty on the play. Penalty is is in the end zone. Maybe pass interference. Not exactly sure what the call was, but quarterback stepped out of bounds before he threw the football.
Well, the penalty won't even matter if he stepped out of bounds over there, so they're not going to worry about it, I wouldn't guess.
Yep, waving it off. Good call there. And he stepped out right before he threw the football, and I think it would have been a pass interference had he not stepped out, but that play is dead after he does that.
Is that one of those shoulda, woulda, coulda deals where, God, it would have been it would have been pass interference. Well, it would have been a first down, but you know what? It's second and a long ways from back here. So
yep, line to gain is the 3-yard line.
A little more confidence for our defense in this situation.
And design QB keeper, speed option out there, or speed just run, power out there, and ends up getting 3 or 4, but still makes this a third down and about 11 to go.
We used to call that 18-19 pitch
Yep,
there,
yep.
And there were certain years that when we would run that play right there, defensive coordinators did not like us very much. 18 and 19 pitch right there. Quarterback would get it. Sometimes he'd be running as he took the snap with one hand, get to the edge as fast as you can.
Third down here. Crowd is coming alive. Arnett backs the pass again. Has the wheel route open and just snuck it right by the defender, and that goes for 6 here, folks.
Wide open on the rail route out of the backfield, and holy smokes, we're getting some offensive movement now. Things have definitely changed here in the second half.
The production has ticked up a bit. Defense may be a bit tired on both sides of the ball. I mean, both sides have had sustained drives thus far, but it creates a 22-19 score here for the Rangers, and they're going to try for the field goal here, and that's going to be bobbled. It's going to be bobbled, and they're going to take him down. No field goal here, so it will extra point, but it will only be a 3-point ball game.
Back to three. It goes from 3 to it's the oddest scoring game I've seen all year, Zach.
So a 3-point ball game here, 22-19, and both teams playing well, and Cedar Ridge's special teams might be the difference if their offense is able to keep putting together some drives. A lot of great plays on the special teams for Cedar Ridge today.
Wow. This is absolutely so interesting how this second half has been completely different offensively for both teams. Halfway dynamic instead of pretty stagnant, getting just slugged in the teeth by the defense. It's been a great change-up in the second half.
And we'll see what this offense comes out with. Now's the time for them to put the defense on their back, as the defense has done for most of the game for them. But 12 minutes, fourth quarter is just started, folks. We got a tight one here at Round Rock Stadium. Just wanted to remind everybody, before we get the kickoff here, AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football program. It's looking for a big win. Shop their unbeatable selection of Silverados, Colorados, Equinox tracks, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling to the AutoNation team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 Duval today. Together, let's drive. And here's about to be the drive for the Raiders. This ball is kicked deep, and that will be returnable here. on the return here.
Ruh-roh.
Going further is Christian Hall. He's able to take that one all the way out to about, they're going to spot him right at the 30-yard line here.
Okay.
It looks like they're.
Here's a challenge to you. You're down starting the fourth quarter. That defense has been really good all night.
Got another problem with the clock here. They've been trying to wave it down to stop it, but exactly right, Coach. It is make it or break it time for both of these teams at this point. Cedar Ridge has got to feel pressure to score almost on every single drive, and same for Vista Ridge. It's going to ultimately be who can get closer and who can do more damage. We saw a great drive last time by the Raiders, had a broken coverage that really led to the score, but we're able to get a little bit more running in the ground game, so we'll see what they're able to do here.
Well,
clock resets to 11:48. It got down to 11:36 there. So, again, 2 timeouts left for the Raiders, 3 timeouts for the Rangers. 22-19, Vista Ridge is up in the Battle of the Ridges tonight. Split out wide, 2 on both sides. Fake handoff over the middle. And that, again, is to Audric Williams, who slant route, post route over the middle, was able to just get open, get away from his defender, and a great ball there from Pippin.
Just a quick show and throw by the quarterback. Puts it right on him. Nice ball, good route, good catch, first down.
And Audric Wilson getting involved, or he's getting involved a lot tonight. He's only a sophomore out there, has a bigger body than a lot of the receivers that we would see maybe for a sophomore. But Audric definitely doing some work out there tonight. They want to get him football. Devonish just nowhere to go with that ball. I mean, it's just been tough sledding all night tonight. And apologies, that's Josiah Ray in the backfield. That will be a second down and about 13 to go now.
Boy, it's just been tough up front. And it's not just one of those guys in the white uniforms. There's a whole passel of them who it seems like they're having a hard time blocking any of them on a regular basis anyhow.
Motion. Show and throw again, and that's to Brooks. Brooks got some speed on the outside. He turns it upfield, gets about 5 or so, and so it will create a better situation, third down and about 8 on the play, but still a little bit longer than you would want to, stay ahead of the change. But third down and 8 here, and, just play how your defense is playing. This is a decision time. I mean, you could go for it. You could be 4-down territory here, or you could punt it away. Defense has been playing great. It's just a tough kind of decision if you want your offense to roll or not.
I really think it depends on how much they get right here. If they get a
Devonish rolls out there, just gets tackled. I mean, that was a great pursuit angle.
That was just a funnel inside out, about like you teach it from a safety position.
And so that creates a tough situation here. We're definitely going to see the kicking unit here for the Raiders, and they're going to rely on their defense to keep them out of the end zone. Again, 3-point game here. We've seen a little bit of an explosion of offense here in the late second quarter and early in third quarters here, but
do we want to punt it all the way to number 2? That's the question.
It's a tough
draw. Do we
want
to give him try and get a good punt?
And they're going to fake this. This is going to go to Christian Hall on the outside. He's got some room to work, and he almost gets the first down. They're not going to give it to him, though. And a fake on that play.
Boy, what a great tackle right there.
That was a great tackle.
Use your buddy on the sideline. Use the sideline as an extra player. He knew he couldn't turn it back. He just knocked him all the way out.
And Hall almost looked like he got that one, but stepped out quite a bit early on that play. So it will be great field position for the Rangers as they start right on the 50-yard line. Midfield, have about 50 yards to go.
Okay, defense needs a stop right now. It's definitely one of those situations that can make or break a ball game.
Trips left, motion here. And they're going to play action that. Ball goes over the middle. It's going to be incomplete, just a little bit outside of the reach of his receiver's hands on the coverage there for the Raiders was Jaden Fike, the free safety. So second down, if you're the Raiders, you like when they kind of drop back into throw. You've been able to defend it for the most part tonight, besides the middle, those little drag routes. But for the most part, the defense on the pass plays has been really good.
Except when we have to cover a certain player over there.
And they're going to throw this one out wide, the hitch route.
Go a little one-on-one action.
And they're just seeing taking what they're given out wide when you're given about an 8-yard cushion. That hit route looked very good and appetizing to a quarterback.
So 3rd and 2, that's a great situation for them. They have 2 downs to get 2 yards right here. What do you think? They go with the tight trips look and run the inside zone on the backside like they've done quite a few times?
They're gonna probably run it for sure, and maybe give that tight look exactly like you said. Have some miscommunication or interesting talking from the ref here. Not sure why the stoppage has happened, but 9:12 left in this one here, folks. Coming to the line now is the Rangers. Twins to the top of your screen here. Seeing receiver split out wide to the bottom. One back. And while we're still waiting, got some score updates. Hutto is up 28-21 against Stony Point right now out in Hutto. And Vandergrift is still up 42-0. I don't think that score has been updated. And we'll have a snap here in just a second as everybody is getting loud and ready for this one.
Boy, this place is shaking now.
It definitely is shaking. Round Rock is winning 27-7 against Westwood. And snap there, Arnott throws it over the middle, and he has his man. That will be enough for a first down. So don't go to the run game there and end up sticking the pass, and it works out for them. Tackle made on the play by Matthew Newton. So, this team for the Raiders looking to make a stop there, had an opportunity. Ultimately, good pass on that one.
Okay, speeding it up again.
And they hand it off at the middle. And not much doing there. Good tackling from the Raiders. Still enough for about 3 yards there.
Speeding it up a little bit. Speeding it up. They've done it every time they get things rolling. A lot of times after a first down, they'll speed things up.
They went quickly to the line there. Now they're back to huddle. Probably want to take a little bit more time off that clock as much as they can. Still plenty of time in this one here, folks, but the Rangers have to get in the end zone. They're pretty close to the field goal range, I'd say, for their really good kicker, but definitely would love 6 here if you're a Ranger fan. Raiders on defense here. Play action over the middle. Outside ball gets dropped. It will be a 3rd down and 8, so a huge opportunity here for the Raiders as they face a 3rd down and 8. And the Rangers on offense looking to either throw a pass here, might be 2-down territory, but when you're up by 3, a field goal looks a little bit more appetizing.
No doubt. They want to score any way they can get, but what they really want to do is get a first down right here, keep the clock moving, then go score.
3rd down again here, a little bit longer than the last 3rd down and 2. We'll see what they have. Tighter formation.
Motion to pro Twins, and he gets it away.
And they like that little bubble screen route or little wheel out the backfield. It will be a 4th down. Got enough to make it, a decision-worthy event here, Coach. Whether you go for it or kick the field goal, it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to hurry up, line it up, and what do you think? They're going to no count?
Yeah, give them a little hard count, see if they jump.
And see if they'll get that 5 yards given to them.
Oh, false start, and that'll be it. So they'll move them back. They'll move them back. So that's a tough one. And they had the jump on the line, but receiver for Vista Ridge Rangers ends up jumping off and ran the route. So it will be a negative play here. We'll see if they stick with the offense here. They might, kind of a no man's land with the field goal. Might stick with the offense.
Well, you do the risk-reward situation. There's not much risk because even if they get the ball back, it's on the 35. They've been playing lights out on defense. Hey, they're shaking so much that the thing's wiggling.
Yeah, it's loud down here. Arnett Empty backfield, takes the snap. He steps up in the pocket, has an open receiver down the field, ends up throwing a touchdown pass. What a play by Arnett and this Vista Ridge Rangers team. That was just a great throw and catch.
How about that coming back? They throw a hitch to you, you drop it. That could have been a great little play to set up a short yardage for you for third down. Then you come back and you score a touchdown.
So touchdown there makes it 28-19, extending the lead to 9 points, looking to go up 10 here with the extra point. Ball is away, and it is good on the kick. So the Raiders have their work cut out for them here. We've seen crazier stuff happen, a couple weeks ago with Round Rock, but have their work cut out for them. 7 minutes left in this game. Still plenty of time. Still absolutely plenty of time. Defense needs to step up, but offense, more importantly, needs to go down and score right now.
No doubt. They've got to have a score. But the thing is, they don't have to go down and get a touchdown right now. They just have to go down and get a score. They need to go down and, whether it's a touchdown or get down to where they can kick a field goal, get the ball back. Bottom line is they need 2 scores. One score doesn't help.
One score doesn't help. They would love to put this one out, a little bit closer in reach here. Even with 3 points helps with that goal, but have to get down the field here in order to do so. No mistakes on this drive needed for the Raiders, but they're going to go down here. I think they have the opportunity to do some damage on this drive as long as they can get their run game maybe a little bit more into sorts. They've just been having such a tough time running the football.
No doubt.
Kick away here. It's going to be a returnable kick. Fielded right at the 11-yard line, and that's by Hall. He's got some room to work around the edge. He's got an open lane, folks. He's got some open lane. He's going to cut this up the middle, up to the 40-yard line. What a return here, Coach. And Hall has proven to be a little bit of a utility knife, Swiss Army knife, X-Factor on the special teams as a return man as well. Gets a great return here, and you got to like that little boost of confidence for this offense.
Well, the good thing is they're starting in great position offensively. The bad thing, like we said earlier, is those guys from Vista Ridge have been playing lights out defensively, and we're still going to have to go 39 yards.
39-yard line is where the ball is spotted right now. Hall takes the step. He looks like he's back there all alone. Wildcat formation here for the Raiders. No Pippin, no Hal out there. Haven't seen this before from the Raiders. Fake handoff. And Hall's got nowhere to go. They're just looking to try to put one of their big athletes through the hole there. Didn't end up working. But we'll see if they stick with the Wildcat here.
No, a little more traditional now.
Yep. They're going to put back in the Pippin at quarterback, the senior. See if he can work some more magic here tonight as he led the game-winning drive against Round Rock a couple weeks ago here on this field. And 6 minutes, 40 seconds left. Still plenty of time here. Brooks lined up on the outside towards the top of your screen here. Snap. Pippin, time to throw. Throws out to Devonish, who breaks the tackle, has some more room, and he gets out of bounds. And that will be a gain of about 7. So we'll create a 3rd and 4.
Right there. That was useful right there. Got a good gain right there. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock. Very, very good. They've got third down, two downs to get 4 yards. They're in good shape.
And Devonish making a play. I mean, he looked like he could have been wrapped up there for a no gain, but he breaks the tackle and, again, just so quick makes another play. Low snap, and ball gets given to Devonish. But, again, this defense is just running through the gaps and making plays against the run. And now it creates a 4th down and 9 situation here for the Raiders.
I hate to think it, but this might be the ball game for the old guys in purple and black.
This is a massive play here.
Massive. Just a huge play. They've got to get a first down right here to keep
keep their hopes alive for sure.
Yes.
And it's 4th and 8 here. They're sending the house on the blitz. Pippen throws the ball out. He's got room, and he's got to get a first down. Devonish gets the first down.
Holy smokes, what a great effort right there by that young man.
And Devonish coming through, bailing out his team, and Pippen making a smart play there. He could have taken off and run with it, but I think giving it to Devonish there gave them the best opportunity to get the first down, and he does.
Boy, that was clutch.
Just so quick after he receives the football. You got some backs sometimes who aren't able to catch the ball that well out of the backfield. That's not the case for Devonish. He's well abled in that regard. And they come back to this tight look here where they had success running the football, and they have a bit more success than they have been. Only about 2-yard gain, but that's better than a -6 loss.
Exactly. But it's definitely not like it was at the end of the first half when it was something a little bit surprising, possibly something a little new.
And so 29-19 here, 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. The Raiders got to go a little bit quick here because they have to get 2 scores. So they, with 2 timeouts left, they're going to need to put the ball either in the end zone on this drive or at least get some points out of it, as we said earlier.
Do we have a flag route coming out by chance?
I think we do. Over the middle, and that ball's to Brooks down the place, and he was draped all over. Maybe could have been a pass interference, but that is going to be an incomplete pass there, and Brooks wanted it. He had to step on him just a little bit overthrown.
Well, instead of a flag, we got a post. We got the matchup they were looking for.
Absolutely. And that matchup is something that, they scored on earlier in the game on the corner route. And so 3rd down, clock is stopped. 3rd down from the 25-yard line. 3rd and 8 to go. Low snap here. He picks it up. Pippen. He's got room to work. He's going to just take off and run with this one. And he gets about 5 yards back, so it will be a 4th down and 4. Another situation where they're putting 4th down. We'll see what the coach does here. I think they're going to go for it a little bit too far for maybe being comfortable with taking a field goal here.
Correct. Now, if it was on the 10-yard line and your kicker can make it, of course you take the 3 points and you're now down 1 score with 3:50 some odd left. But in this situation, it's not a gimme, so I really, really think everyone would agree they're doing the right thing going for it on 4th down.
And just like last time on 4th down, this is a massive play, crucial for the Raiders and any chance they want. Over the middle, and that ball is going to be overthrown, and that will be an incomplete pass. And the Rangers will get the ball turnover on downs here, folks. 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in this one. So this is a tough, tall order to fill for the Raiders, especially on defense. But we'll see what the Raiders come out to. They need to get at least a stop here, no first down, and then we'll see if they can get a chance using some of those timeouts.
I'm also pretty sure we've said a couple times up here, ball game. I don't think they have a chance, and they sure as heck came back and won the game. So they just need to get a stop right here and then go down and score and see what happens.
Handoff here for the Rangers, not much at all, about a yard gain. So you like that. Don't like that the clock is still running. If you're the Raiders, you got to be careful when you use these timeouts. But that clock is going to be a factor at this point, especially with about 35 seconds to call each play.
Yeah, if they're going to have to get an obvious stop for only a couple yards right here. Well, they go to unbalanced. Nope, trade the tight end back.
And, yeah, trips down to the bottom side of the screen. They're all bunched up together down there. Handoff up the middle. He breaks away free. And another big run here for the Rangers. And 2 minutes. Clock will stop with the first down. But 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in this ball game.
Well, they can't take a knee yet, but it's not far from it.
The Rangers coming back in a 2-man backfield. double running back set and then twins to the top of your screen here.
They're definitely going to let the clock.
And about a 3-yard gain tackle on the play, and I think we'll hear our first timeout here for the Raiders. We're going to hear from some commercial breaks, but we'll be right back.
Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more.
Back here, folks, just a little bit more action here. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in this ball game. It is second down and about 9 to go here for the Rangers. They need a first down in order to, kind of put this one away. Raiders on their last leg need a stop here in order to keep their hopes alive. Motion here. It's going to be a jet sweep to Castillo. And he's got some room to work, but gets stuffed up, and that will be a stop, and we'll have another timeout here. We'll hear from another one of our sponsors.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
And we'll see another timeout here. It looks like it was an injury timeout at first, but now we'll see another timeout to stop the clock. But we're going to keep it here with our sponsors in 1 second. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
And so just a few more ticks here in this one, but timeout stops the clock. Third down here for the Rangers. They look to kind of ice this one away with another first down. Only got about 4 yards to go. The Raiders, again, holding on here for the last bit of hope as they are trying to make this a game to where they can win. But ultimately, Cedar Ridge, if they were to lose, will drop to 3-3. Vista Ridge will go to 3-2 in district. And handoff up the middle will be enough for a first down. That should be it, folks, because they should be able to just kind of knee this one out in the victory formation. But looking, elsewhere in the district can give you some score updates here in a second. But, Coach, obviously this one's a tough loss, for Cedar Ridge coming into this game, kind of riding the high of beating Round Rock. Tough loss last week against Vandergrift as well, but winning against Stony Point. They have McNeil and Maynard coming up, so a couple more winnable games for this Raiders team. See if they can put themselves into the playoff situation. But we're going to see the victory formation here right now.
Best play in football right here. People think it's a touchdown play or triple option or quarterback sneak, the tush put. No, this is the best play in football right here.
Some other scores from around the district. Round Rock is up against Westwood 37-7 in that one. No update from Vandergrift Manor game, but with the last update we had there was 42-0. And then out in Hutto, Hutto is winning against Stony Point 35-21. So Hutto looks like they will improve to 3-2 on the district, most likely jumping over Cedar Ridge as both Vandergrift and Hutto will be 3-2 in district. Stony Point.
It is getting ready to be really, really interesting, Zach.
Absolutely. McNeil's sitting right there at 2-3 in district. Westwood will most likely go to 1-4. Manor, same thing, will go to 1-4 in district. Stony Point will go to 1-5. So it will really kind of be heating up with Cedar Ridge 3-2, Vista Ridge 3-2. Or Cedar Ridge will be 3-3. Vista Ridge will be 3-2. Hutto will be 2-3, and McNeil will be 2-3. So those last 4 spots are really going to be heating up, especially between the Ridges, Hutto, and McNeil in these closing games. But Coach, obviously tough loss tonight for the Raiders against the Rangers tonight. It's a tough battle. Anytime that you have a defensive stalemate, can't really do what you want on offense. And defense played really well throughout most of the game. Just had a few plays that ultimately led to touchdowns, a few big plays, and ultimately that was kind of the recipe for the loss here for the Raiders. But Coach, any insight onto what we can expect going forward, how to keep your head up? District is still pretty much open completely.
It's definitely still open, but the whole thing is you can't win a game if you can't do much at all on offense.
Right.
As well as your defense can play, sooner or later a good offense will get it going, even if your defense is as good as Cedar Ridge's defense. But they finally figured out how to make a few plays. They made some adjustments, and second half, their offense got things rolling, and our offense did not.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It just tough sledding all day for the offense here for Cedar Ridge, and tough having the homecoming game ultimately result in a loss. But got to go out and show their hearts. This is not the end of the road here by any means for any of these teams. A lot of football left to be played here. About 3 more weeks left in the regular season. 3 more games really to show that who you are and hopefully cement yourself in that playoff run. But as we see it here, Coach, any other final thoughts that you have for these Cedar Ridge Raiders?
No, outside of I do believe we'll see them in a couple weeks. Don't we finish up with them in Manor at
Kelly Reeves? Yes, I believe so.
I think that's our last game together this year, and look forward to seeing them in 2 weeks. They should still be right in the middle of the hunt. That any kind of things go their way, which they're hoping for, that game will decide whether they make it into the playoffs or not. So that's something they can still look forward to.
And Vista Ridge has Manor, Hutto, and Westwood, all the teams that are kind of closer to the bottom of the district there, left to go, except for Hutto, which should be a good matchup. And McNeil and Manor is left for Cedar Ridge. So a lot more football left to be played here. Looks like the band is a little extra special performance here, maybe practicing for a competition this weekend. But we're just going to leave you the word of our final sponsor before we end here. AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to the team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now, AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. That is it from Round Rock Stadium here in Round Rock ISD, Round Rock, Texas. A lot of R's here tonight with the battle of Vista Ridge versus Cedar Ridge and the Raiders and the Rangers. But we're going to see you guys next time we have the Raiders in Kelly Reeves. But from Mickey Bouchong, myself, we really appreciate you guys joining us tonight, and thank you so much.